What's up, YouTube? This is A.R.M bringing you my haul for the week. This date of April 10th, 2013. Also, I'm going to do a review of Batman, New 52's Batman, issue number 19. So stay tuned. Okay, so this was a light week for me. My box actually only had about, these are the only issues that were in my box. You start off with the Uncanny Avengers, number 6. This is the first issue that I've purchased since the new Marvel Now, and since Avengers vs. X-Men. The cover looks really promising for a story. You see Thor versus Apocalypse. Some of my friends on Facebook has already given this mixed reviews. I heard good things about it, I heard bad things about it. I'm actually going to read this and give this a review later on. I haven't read it yet, but let's take a sneak peek inside quick. Oh, craziness right there. Okay, Loki, the Secret Avengers, the Uncanny X-Men. Magic is on the cover. A huge anime style sword. Suicide Squad defeated. This is a really good series. If you really like to see the DC villains interact with each other and try to be heroes, this is the series. Harley Quinn really stands out in this series because she is such a comic foil. Suicide Squad number 19. Also, the Avengers number 9, the new Marvel Now Avengers number 9. I did actually read this before doing this haul video, and it's kind of odd. I'm kind of getting into the story and trying to figure out what's going on, but apparently there's a new Quasar. Captain Universe is part of the team. Hyperion, and there's aliens and Celestials and a lot of like maggots. So this story I pretty like. I pretty like this book because of the heavy hitters they have on the team. They have Hulk, Captain Universe, Hyperion, Ms. Marvel, Iron Man. So it's a really good book for character interaction. And I think there are a few Spider-Man and a few X-Men on the team. I think Cannonball and Sunfire. And last but certainly not least, the New 52 Batman number 19. I'm going to actually follow this haul up with a review on the same video actually, so stay tuned for my review of Batman number 19. Okay, this is my review of Batman number 19. The content creators of this particular issue are Scott Snyder, Greg Capullo, and Danny Mickey. On the cover you see what appears to be Bruce Wayne holding a firearm at someone, and in the shadow is the Batman doing it as well. You get treated to this extended fold-out cover, which a few New 52 DC titles have done this week. It's Jim Gordon with a question mark. So what's going on here? The book starts off with the hostage situation at a bank, and you see Jim Gordon and Harvey Bullock discussing what's going on inside. They said a few of the guards have already been taken down and they're hostages. Before I know it, here comes Bruce Wayne with the hostage. The woman's upset. She's crying. He's telling the woman that she's attractive, and he's asking Jim Gordon, do you think the woman's attractive? And the woman's telling him his weight, and he says, you look 24 pounds heavier. And then he reveals that he strapped on some explosives to her. So immediately when you read this issue, you're just thrown into what the hell, why is Bruce Wayne robbing a bank? It's pretty good storytelling there because you just want to know what brought him to this, or if it's even him. Then in the next scene, okay, I'm maybe getting a little too far ahead. Okay, well eventually Bruce Wayne, he goes back and forth with Jim Gordon. Jim Gordon's like, well, Bruce Wayne's a friend of mine, why are you doing this? Bruce Wayne throws the bag of money at him, saying, I don't need the money, I'm a billionaire. And The bag of money has gas in it. In a very Batman fashion, he makes it to his motorcycle quickly. But Jim Gordon is just as quick. He tells him to stand still or he's going to shoot. Bruce Wayne pulls out a shotgun and he blasts Jim Gordon in the chest. Then right here, to my surprise, you get treated to an Injustice Gods Among Us ad for the collector's figures. 3/75th scale action figure 2-packs for spring 2013. And I may actually start collecting these because, I'm all about this game when it comes out. I will be doing a review of the video game as well. And if I start collecting the figures, I'll do figure reviews as well. Okay, so Bruce Wayne, clearly he wasn't shooting to kill. Jim Gordon got hit in his vest. And then he just takes off and runs over him in a comical fashion. And then he goes to 6 days earlier. You see Batman racing toward a truck. He jumps into the truck. It's a villain by the name of Reaper with a badass costume, might I ask. He has sickle scythes for his hands. In the truck are roses. He attempts, or he at least threatens to kill Batman, but as you know, Batman always has an ace up his sleeve. So him and Batman go back and forth. He says, now it's time to die. And Batman says, go ahead and kill me. But then Batman yells, now, this is before the death of Damian Wayne. So then you see Damian enter the back of the truck. Batman tells him they're headed to the Falcone Wake. The flowers were laced with some kind of poisonous materials, some poisonous gases. Him and Damian goes back and forth. How deadly? Class 7. 7? So you and I will both be dead in 5 minutes, Damian says. We're dead men walking. I have an antitoxin on a bike. Come on. And then Damian also goes to say, wait, you're not recording this, are you? Batman, tell me you're not recording this. I record them all, Robin. Then he says, well, at least he got you too. And I think Batman is still mourning in the Batcave, and Alfred comes down and tells him, he went through similar things when Jason Todd died, and he's asking him about different social events and situations he's supposed to appear at, but he's like, I don't want to go. I don't feel like going. As always in any comic book reader's head, you just hear Kevin Conroy's Batman. And then he brings up a person by the name Brian Wade was someone apparently that Batman and Bruce Wayne had a business arrangement with, most likely Bruce Wayne. And because of his buildings around Gotham City, Bruce Wayne states that he liked the guy's buildings and that he was turning his life around. And apparently, Brian Wade was dying of a disease, I believe, and he had myelodysplastic syndrome. He was dying from. So apparently, he was dying, and then secretly he had got a cure and he was in remission. But then all of a sudden he commits suicide, as it was ruled as. That's what made Bruce Wayne or Batman suspicious when Alfred told him that his friend committed suicide during his absence or during this mourning of Damian Wayne. So then, Batman being the detective he is, as soon as he hears someone commits a suicide, when apparently they're getting better from a disease and they have much to live for, he automatically goes into detective mode. So he searches his files, he searches his logs, he's in his computers, he's doing the whole Batman bait until he finds out that the guy is still alive, and he finds a travel log. While Batman is in the guy's office, or in the train station, looking at the travel logs, a shadowy figure comes in, surprises it's Batman, and it's Brian Wade with a flamethrower gun. He shoots it at Batman. You shouldn't be here, Batman. I imagine I could say the same for you, Mr. Wade. Yeah, well, rumors of my death are greatly... And then he throws a tiny batarang in this guy's head. This Michael Clark Duncan looking guy. And then he struggles to get out the room. He hits a switch. He closes the door. He says, I'm sorry, Batman. The guy escapes. Batman runs into the subway. In this cool scene, you can see Batman looking through his cowl visors. He's running a facial scan on these people, but then you find the bloody miniature batarang on the ground. He takes it back to his back cave and he analyzes the batarang, and it's 100%. It's 100% Wade, Brian Wade's DNA. But it still doesn't make sense to Batman why this guy's doing it. You know, he had his health, he had his thriving business. More than he was a good man, Bruce Wayne knew him. So, you know, he was using the logic of actually knowing a person versus his actions. As with Bruce Wayne in the beginning of the story, don't worry, it's leading somewhere that's going to make a lot of sense. So then he searched for a chemical code, none found. Search trace code, traces found, but irrelevant deterioration. Identify anyway, estimate if need. And what eventually found was a link to Basil Harlow, also known as Clayface. Basil Harlow was an actor who got involved with the wrong people, and he was exposed to some mystical clay which changed his DNA, made him into the shape-shifting monstrous Clayface. And then it reveals that Clayface, he advanced his power. He went from being able to just shape-shift into people with Basil Harlow's basic DNA to the point where all he has to do is get a sample of somebody's DNA and he can actually become that person wholeheartedly. So it's like Clayface to the 10th level. And then we go to a scene of Bruce Wayne waiting in his office. He's having a conversation with Lucius Fox about some insulated armor for Batman. And then they're talking back and forth. Bruce Wayne is a little suspicious. And then before you know it, Lucius Fox shoots out of Clayface shoots out of Lucius's mouth, or he transforms. And he attacks Bruce Wayne. I don't know what you want, Carlo, but I'm not giving you. And he chokes him some more. And then he says, "Shh, Bruce, not here, not for your money. We're twins, you and me, don't you see? Today, brother, you're going to help me and Batman once and for all." So I don't know what that's hinting at. I don't know if he must know his secret identity. He will have to if he's gotten some of Bruce Wayne's DNA. But let's find out in the next issue. This is a good issue. I've really started getting back into reading Batman with the new 52, and I like that they're revamping these villains and giving their powers a little bit more advancement, such as the fact that Clayface can now replicate somebody's DNA. Really good book. You guys out there, thank you for checking out my video. Don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe, and leave your comments and thoughts on this issue as well. Any books you recommend that you may have not seen me read yet. And thank you for watching. Peace.